Thanks for joining us on this edition of UCentral News. I'm Jessica Higgs.
And I'm Jocelyn Schifferdecker.
Queen Elizabeth II laid to rest today. Thousands of people lined the streets to say a final goodbye to their late monarch. Details for the royal funeral have been in the planning stages for decades. Inside Westminster Hall, dozens of royal dignitaries and members of the royal family fill the Abbey. Isabel Rosales in Windsor with the details of today's funeral.
A somber day for the United Kingdom as the world says goodbye to a queen whose reign spanned more than 7 decades, the longest reigning monarch in British history.
The grief of this day, felt not only by the late Queen's family, but all round the nation, the Commonwealth and the world, arises from her abundant life and loving service, now gone from us.
Westminster Abbey's tenor bell chiming once a minute for 96 minutes, marking each year of Queen Elizabeth II's life. Roughly 2,000 people attended, including world leaders like President Joe Biden, First Lady Jill Biden, and members of the royal family. Following the service, thousands of people lined the streets of London as the Queen's coffin passed Buckingham Palace for the final time.
We adore her, and that's why we are here, because we are part of the Commonwealth.
The crowds cheering as her coffin left London. The Queen laid to rest in Windsor Castle, near her husband of 73 years, Prince Philip. In London, I'm Isabel Rosales reporting.
And multiple businesses in England were shut down for the Queen's funeral today. This includes schools, banks, and more. This marks the end of the 10-day mourning period, which is customary in the UK. Immediately after the Queen's death was announced, thousands of people started going to Buckingham Palace, Balmoral, and Windsor Castle to pay tribute. People brought cards, flowers, Paddington bears, and more. Across the pond in America, the reaction was very different.
The majority of people here don't, either A, they aren't paying attention to it, or B, they just don't really care.
And so also, so America's reaction was very different than what they had in the UK. People they were storming the streets. They're going to pay tribute to the castle. Here in America, not really. And some people in England are saying that this is really like the end of the modern era. It's going to be many years until there's another Queen of England. It's going to be a king for many more years. And the opinions about King Charles are very mixed.
And the Danforth Waterline project began today at the intersection of Blackwelder Avenue and Ayers Street. City workers are allowing parents to access Northern Hills Elementary School for pickup and drop-off. Motorists are encouraged to take alternate routes. The project is expected to last about 2 weeks, depending on the weather.
And UCO experienced service issues this past week. UCentral reached out to an associate professor in the computer science department for some tips on how students can protect themselves. He said students should turn on two-factor authorization, change passwords frequently, as well as have a variety of different passwords, stay up to date with software updates, and inspect links and emails sent to you. The cause of the service issues is unknown, and we will continue to update you as we find out more information.
And the general election is coming up in 50 days from today. On November 8th, voters will take the polls across America. Have you made a plan to vote? The process takes less than 5 minutes and can be done completely online. You go to vote.org and fill out your information. Once you submit, you will be directed to the Oklahoma voter portal, where you will provide either your driver's license number or the last 4 numbers of your Social Security. After the portal verifies your information, it will create your personalized Oklahoma registration paperwork. All that's left to do is sign and date that paperwork and mail it off to the Oklahoma State Election Board. Once the department has verified your information, you will receive your voter ID card in the mail within a few weeks. Now, if you are unsure about your status or need to update any of your information, you can simply go to the Election Board's website. Many UCO students are from out of state, so if you are not planning on traveling home to vote on that Tuesday, you can request an absentee ballot. Just go to your state's election board website for more information on how to obtain it.
We spoke with UCO students about whether or not they are registered to vote. Here's what they said.
I don't think it's difficult, but I do think that one thing that I find difficult is making sure that I'm aware and I research the candidates because I obviously want to pick the best one. Difficult to vote?
I don't think it's that difficult to vote. You can register online or go to the DMV to register, vote.
Yes, I know how to vote. It's not super complicated. I learned from the first time. I got a little lost at first, but I already did it one time. I can do it again.
I do not know how to vote. It's in my interest, but once I figure out how to vote, I will get updated into it and try to vote more constantly.
I do need to change my voter registration because I'm still registered in my hometown, so I need to change that. But beside that, I do know how to vote.
And when we return, we will talk with our own Amber Poston to see if this heat will go away anytime soon. Stay tuned.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, such a weirdo, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Good hot afternoon, Broncos. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Amber Poston. Looking at our weather today, it is 93 degrees outside. As we are getting closer to fall, it is going to be pretty hot, so do not be surprised when these temperatures do get a little bit warmer. It does feel like 95 degrees outside with a little small brisk of a 10-mile-per-hour wind. And right as our headlines today, it is hot outside. It's going to be hot for the rest of the week, so get ready. Those jeans cannot come out yet. Those shorts still need to stay out. Currently, we are in a heat dome, so basically a lot of heat pressure is all in the state and around the country, and we are in the heart of it currently. That's why we are going to be seeing these temperatures right now. Fall is this week, so fall is this Thursday. It's not going to be feeling like it, but it is coming up, and then in the later evenings, it is going to be 70 degrees outside. Looking at our map right now, we are seeing a bunch of 90s throughout the state. 94 in Oklahoma City, 93 in Miami, and a bunch of middle 90s throughout as we're seeing today. Now looking at our temperatures tonight, it is going to be 75 degrees outside with a pretty nice wind of 8 miles per hour. So it is going to feel pretty great outside. If you have that chance to go outside, I would say to do so. And looking at our map right now, bunch of 70s and a few 60s around here. Idabel at 69, Guyman at 68, excuse me, and Oklahoma City is at 75 degrees. Now tomorrow, get ready for this one. Ponca City and Tulsa and McAllister all at 100 degrees. So my friends in McAllister, be ready. There's a heat advisory for y'all, so just be prepared as that heat is going to come to you guys. And 98 in Altus and 97 in Oklahoma City. Now looking at our timeline today, it was 72 degrees outside. It felt great out. We had a beautiful sunrise and was beautiful orange and yellow colors. So if you had that chance to go look at it, it was absolutely great. 94 currently right now, and then 75 we'll be seeing tonight. Looking at our weekly weathercast right now, it is going to be 90s throughout the whole week, middle 90s, and on fall, we are getting a little dip of 88 degrees outside, which is this Thursday, so we are getting a little bit of break from that heat, and Sunday it will be 89, and we will be seeing these temperatures. Now, Jessica and Jocelyn, what are you thinking about these temperatures that we are currently seeing?
Honestly, I'm ready for the temperatures to drop. I mean, I'm going to try to enjoy the sun since I know come December I'm going to be way too cold and wish that it'll be warm again. But thank you, Amber, and some staff and student workers had a bit of a picnic earlier today, and they had good weather for that. We'll have more about their lunch adventures right after the break.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
In the land of wonder and awe, you won't believe you see what you saw. Where there's something to do for young and for old, where stories are written and then they're retold. Visit travelok.com today. Come see for yourself and come out to play.
Welcome back. The BGLTQ Plus Center at UCO is hosting the 7th Annual Gender and Sexuality Studies Conference. From September 29th to October 1st, there will be over 100 presentations with Dr. Carol Mason featured as a keynote speaker. The conference takes place at Constitution Hall in the Nye University Center. Students will have a chance to meet with Rachel Elliott for a book signing event on September 30th.
UCO will host a campus sustainability meeting tomorrow in the Nye starting at 3:30. It will begin with the sustainability updates about campus and will be immediately followed with a presentation called Bucking Industrial Foods, given by the Oklahoma Compost and Sustainability Association. The event will be STLR tagged for students.
And today, faculty and staff enjoyed a free barbecue lunch sponsored by MidFirst Bank. Head Country Barbecue came out to Buddy's Lawn and smoked a variety of meat for faculty and staff to choose from. Sides, drinks, and dessert were also provided. Faculty and staff were encouraged to enjoy lunch on the lawn and attempt to get out of the office.
And the Mass Communication Department will host its annual Media Ethics Conference on October 4th. This year's theme, The Future of Media, will ethics be a part of it? The conference will begin at 9:30 a.m. and last until 3 p.m. via Facebook Live. All UCO students are encouraged to join. The lineup of speakers include News 9's Storm Jones and UCO alum Micah Wilson.
And the UCO Spirit teams will be hosting crew tryouts at 4 p.m. on Friday at the Chad Richardson Stadium. Crew is the co-ed group that runs the UCO flags across the stadium at football games when the team scores a touchdown.
Coming up on UCentral News, Brooke Niver gives us the latest on UCO sports, NFL's Week 2, and a former Sooner football player getting into some trouble last night. Stay tuned.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt,
Such a weirdo.
excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brooke Niver with your sports update. The women's golf team has started their season today at the Dallas Baptist Classic. It is a two-day event with 36 holes. Coach Michael Bond said, "We've had a lot of time to practice in and around Edmond, but we're looking forward to getting out there and competing against a quality field." Central returns with 4 players and have 2 new players from JUCOs. This is the first of 5 tournaments that the women's golf team will be playing in this fall. The men's golf team is playing at the 24th annual NSU Golf Classic today and tomorrow. It is a 2-day tournament consisting of 54 holes, and this is the second of 5 tournaments that the men's golf team will be playing in this fall. The UCO soccer team had a successful weekend. The Broncos ended up tying with Rogers State 1-1 and beating Northeastern State 2-0. The Broncos came back in the 81st minute of the RSU game to end it with a tie and kept a steady lead against the Riverhawks throughout the entire game to get their win. Goalie Avery Bass had an outstanding game against the Riverhawks. She had her second career shutout with 4 saves and has a total of 16 saves just this season. Broncos have 2 away games this weekend against Central Missouri and Missouri Southern. Central's women's cross country competed in the Southern Stampede Saturday morning. The Broncos placed as the 24th team at the 5K meet. Gracie Sanders was the high finisher for the weekend. She finished 81st with a time of 19 minutes and 3 seconds. Sanders just competed in her first collegiate meet 2 weeks ago and is already a strong runner for the Broncos. Now it's time to move on to professional sports. The NFL had an exciting week 2. The Miami Dolphins placed the Baltimore Ravens and won the game with a historical comeback. The Dolphins were down by 3 touchdowns at halftime and came back in the second half of the game to score 5 more touchdowns and get their win for week 2. The Cardinals played the Raiders and caught a win in overtime. Quarterback and former Sooner Kyler Murray had quite the celebration. Allegations about a fan striking Murray in the face surfaced today. Murray was high-fiving fans when a man reached out and smacked him in the face with an open hand. Murray was not injured, but sure was caught off guard after his phenomenal game against the Raiders. The suspect was not immediately identified, but has an investigation that is currently pending. That is all I have for sports today. Make sure to keep up with Bronco Athletics on broncosports.com. Have a great rest of your day, Edmond. And remember, roll Chos. Back to y'all at the desk.
Brooke, that is kind of crazy. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Athletes getting hit by fans is kind of a new thing, and that's kind of scary.
I hadn't really heard about that before.
Yeah, that's intense. Well, when we come back, we will check back in with our Amber Poston to check in on this weather, and hopefully she's got some good news for us. Stay tuned.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back.
No.
I would. But
Hello? We're just gonna talk.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision. Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent.
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
In the land of wonder and awe, you won't believe you see what you saw. Where there's something to do for young and for old, where stories are written and then they're retold. Visit travelok.com today. Come see for yourself and come out to play.
Welcome back. And Amber, we are just getting new information about this Category 1 Hurricane Fiona that's hitting Puerto Rico.
Yeah, what can you tell us about that, Amber?
All I can say is right now a bunch of people are out of power with that, and it is tons of rain everywhere as one is a hurricane, but it is a pretty big severe thing for those people that are living in Puerto Rico currently, and hopefully it will not get any worse, but that is a developing issue at the moment. While we'll jump back into the current state right now, we're looking at our temperatures for tomorrow. It is going to be 100 degrees up in Ponca City, Tulsa, and McAllister. Just a reminder to McAllister is that there is a heat advisory, so please be aware, please take safe precautions, and please be safe with whatever activities you choose to do outside. And currently right now in Oklahoma City, it is 97 degrees. Tonight, we are looking at our map. Currently, it is 75 up in Oklahoma City and 72 in McAllister. You guys will be getting that break for just a little bit before it gets really, really bad tomorrow. And then 70 in Altus and 68 in Guyman. Y'all are feeling a great temperature tonight. So good for y'all. Looking at our weekly map, not our weekly map, our weekly forecast. Monday it will be 94, Tuesday 97, and Wednesday as well. Fall is Thursday. It may not feel like fall, but if y'all are a fan of fall and pumpkin spice, this is a perfect day for that to celebrate it. It will be 88 degrees, so you guys will be getting a little bit of some type of break. Friday will be 94, and Saturday 96, and Sunday we will be getting a little bit of that break with it 98. Now currently we are in a heat advisory in like the area. We are in this heat like dome currently, so we are seeing these temperatures currently going out for quite a while. So that's what we'll be looking at currently. And now back to the desk.
Thanks, Amber. We really hope everyone's staying safe with Hurricane Fiona. And today is Military Monday at the Oklahoma State Fair. Service members will receive free admission and discounted ride tickets. Military ID is required for discount. And tomorrow, all fairgoers should take advantage of the Pepsi $2 admission day. Have either of y'all been to the fair? Excuse me. So the fair so far this year?
I haven't been yet.
I haven't been either.
But we wanted to do a little special shout out today to our very own Miracle. It is your birthday yesterday. This is Miracle, our director, our TD. She is fabulous, and we just wanted to say happy birthday.
25, right?
Happy 25.
So sweet, guys.
We thought about you today. Thank you. Thank you for all your hard work, Miracle. We love you so much. And thank you for joining us on this edition of UCentral News. We will be back tomorrow at 4:30.
Have a great evening, Broncos.
I have more cupcakes.